It was Simchat Torah, a major Jewish holiday, and the Sabbath as well, when Hamas jihadis stormed into Israel and laid waste with a brutality and inhumanity that was reminiscent of the darkest days of National Socialist Germany. The Hamas attack upon Israel on October 7, 2023, says the Center for Strategic and International Studies, will go down as one of the worst terrorist attacks in history. The unmitigated horror of that day makes those words seem like an inadequate summation. The attackers gloried in their savagery and vied to outdo one another in cruelty. One survivor, a young man who had served in the IDF, the Israel Defense Forces, recounted that on the fateful morning he was asleep on a beach after a late-night party when he found himself in the middle of a war. They fired hundreds of rockets at us within minutes. Still, he and his friends thought it would soon be over, until we saw the boats. The jihadis in the boats mounted the coast and started to slaughter everyone. Fishermen who comes to that beach every Saturday for the last 30 years. Fathers and sons, friends, a couple of soldiers. We were the night before sitting together playing backgammon and having fun, and even 2 17-year-old kids that came to sleep at the beach with a tent. They murdered everyone. Later, this young man and several others managed to get in a car and tried to flee. But the nightmare was only beginning. 30 meters from the cars, we saw a dead body, all dressed up in black, similar to the police uniforms. It wasn't a dead body, and he was not a cop. The dead body suddenly woke up and started shooting at us. At the same time, his squad started shooting at us from the side. It was hell. Several of those in the car were hit. Another woman also tried to drive away, but by this time the roads were blocked. They found her and slaughtered her, right on the spot, like it was nothing, and they continued to murder people. We found her body a couple of days later. At the kibbutz Kfar Aza, just 2 miles from the Gaza border, one family was preparing for a birthday party. A mother of 3 recounted, "We had a birthday cake. There was shooting all around us." Another mother, whose husband was murdered defending the kibbutz, said of her 6-year-old daughter, "My daughter is crushed. She understands that she doesn't have a father anymore. My son, a 3-year-old, can't understand. The first week he would cry, 'Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.' It was heartbreaking." To counter claims that the whole thing had been fabricated, Israeli authorities began to show journalists videos that the jihad terrorists themselves had taken of their murders and that had been recovered from jihadis who had been killed. One scene showed a father and his 2 sons, aged approximately 7 and 9, running in their underwear to what appeared to be a bomb shelter. A Hamas attacker threw a grenade, killing the man. The boys emerge bloodied and run. "Dad's dead. It wasn't a prank," one shouts. "I know, I saw it," replies his brother, later screaming, "Why am I alive?"